So far, we have been reviewing how to just plot random points on a graph, but today we're going to review how to plot points that make a line, and that line is going to represent a specific linear equation. And this linear equation subject is kind of our last review topic for this semester. So today we're going to go over how to complete a table, graph those points, and then connect the points to make a line. So for this example, we are going to use the equation y equals negative 2x plus 1. So I've kind of filled in our table for us. We have our x values here. I picked 0, 1, and 2 as our x values. And x values are always going to be denoted with this blue. And then I put our equation column here. So this is where we're going to solve for what this equation equals for these different x values, and then find those y values. And then we'll plug the y values in here, and then we'll graph those points. So for this first row, I decided that x was going to equal 0, because 0 is a pretty straightforward point to pick. So then when we're solving our equation, we're going to do negative 2 times 0, and then we're going to add 1. And I think color coding can be really helpful, because this is showing us that the only thing that changes in this equation here, the only thing that it changes is the x value. The negative 2 and the plus 1 stay the same. So then in the next problem, we'll do negative 2. Negative 2 stays the same. The x changes to the positive 1. And then we keep our plus 1 on the end. It's a little cramped. Sorry about that. That's a little better. And then for the last row, we're still going to keep negative 2 the same. We are going to multiply by 2 this time. And then we are still going to keep our plus 1 on the end. So the main thing that I want you to get from this column that we just filled in is that when you're solving for y values, when given an x value, the only thing that changes is the x. Everything besides the x in the original equation stays the same. So then for this first problem, negative 2 times 0 plus 1, just use your calculator, make your life a lot easier. That is going to be positive 1, and we'll make it orange. For this row, negative 2 times 1 plus 1 gives our answer of negative 1. Again, we'll make that orange. And then for this last row, negative 2 times positive 2 plus 1 gives us negative 3. And then when we have our last column here of the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate in the full ordered pair, I usually go through and write in the x-coordinate first because we already know what that is from this row. And then once you have the y-coordinate after solving it, you can plug it in here. So in this case, we just need our 1. In this row, when x is positive 1, that means that y is negative 1, because this is our y column. And then in the last row, we found out that when we had x is 2, when we solved it, we got that y was negative 3. So we put our negative 3 here. So we plugged our x values in for each row for the equation. We found the y values, and then we put the y values into the ordered pair with the x value. Now we need to plot those points. So on our graph, the first point we now need to plot is 0, 1. So 0 means I don't go left or right at all, but 1 means I need to go up 1. So I got 0, this is 0.5 or half, and then this is 1 here. And then make that a little bit easier to see. And then this next point is right 1, down 1. So I'm going to go right 1, down 1. And this last point is right 2, down 3. So those are our points. And then all we got to do is take our line and we just connect them into a straight line. And that is our linear equation. So that is how you graph an equation when you're given a table and you need to make a line.